If you have been watching my videos and you think birthing abroad is a bed of roses, and you're not correct, there are different sides of the coin. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the support system that I have had here. And I tell you personally, I feel it is good. I appreciate it, but it's nothing compared to what I would have gotten back home. My mom is not here with me, my siblings are not here with me, my husband is not here with me all of the time too. So you can imagine what it is like for a new mother in a foreign land taking care of an infant. It is not easy at all, but even in the midst of all this, I still find joy and support here in this foreign land as a foreigner, and this is what I'm sharing with you today. Now, the 8 days postpartum care and support is over. What next? Welcome to my channel. I'm Theodora. Here I've been sharing with you my journey to becoming a mother in a foreign land. If you don't originally know, I am a Ghanaian. Now that you know, let's move forward. So within the 8 days where you get the support from a nursing assistant who is always in your house from morning till evening, she's not the only one who gives you support. Within these 8 days, I think every 3 days or so, a midwife comes to the house to check on you. In my case, they came to check on me, to check the wound, my tummy, my temperature. They came to check the baby too, if the baby was okay. So I had a midwife come to the house a couple of times within the first weeks of the child's birth. And I love that it did not just end there. Someone, a professional, called, booked an appointment, and also came to the house to take the baby's blood sample and also to do the hearing test for the baby. We didn't have to go to the clinic or to the hospital to get that done. They came to the house to do that. The blood sample was taken, and that would enable them to go run a number of diseases, over 20 of them, I guess, to see if the baby is okay. Sickling, hepatitis B, you name it, all sort of diseases. And then you get the results within a week in your mail. So I love it. That means that you don't have to stress yourself to go to the hospital, especially if you're a new mom and you're just recovering. Unlike back home where I come from my little understanding, because of course I've had sisters who have had children. If you need to do anything, even after birth, you have to go into the hospital to get that done. But here, you don't go there. They come home to get that done. It took a while before we actually had our first appointment, in about a month. And within those time, we were not left alone. I received a phone call a few weeks after baby's birth, asking me how I'm recovering, asking me the site of the epidural, if it is okay, and asking me how far I have been coping with my little one, and I really loved it. The fact that they really care for you. It was the hospital who called me and they wanted to know how I was doing. I gave them the responses, and they were glad and they were happy, and I was excited. And after that, we had to take baby for our first weigh-in. Here, you don't walk into the hospital, and I love it because I think hospitals are meant for emergency. We take the baby for weighing at a place called the youth center. So here we have a youth center. Every municipal has one. Automatically, depending on your location or where you live, you will be attached to a youth center closest to you, so you don't really have to go far, and you don't have to go to the hospital where you birth the child. So we went to the youth center to get a weight checked and to get a height checked and to just see generally if baby was okay. There you meet a nurse, and that happened, I think, a month after baby was born. So far, baby, it's been some few months now, and so far we've not had any reason to go to the hospital. We've been going to the youth center. There are doctors in the youth center. There are days that we have doctor's appointments. We've been there where we had a doctor's appointment where the doctor checks the baby's eye to see if the baby is okay, the baby's tongues, every part of the baby's body, to see if everything is all right with the baby. One of these days, I'm going to share with you in a video my journey to the youth center and how the youth center is like, and I'm going to be sharing all of that with you in the video. Very beautiful place. So it doesn't just end with the 8-day postpartum support here in the Netherlands. There is continuous support for you as a mom. It doesn't just end there. I had a nurse call me to discuss with me my options of family planning. They inquired whether I'll be willing to wait a while before having another child or have a child immediately, what the pros and cons are, the different type of family planning, the advantages and disadvantages, when to have it, where to have it, how to get it, anytime I am ready. All these options were laid before me right on the phone through a phone conversation, and I was told anytime I'm ready, depending on the option that I choose, I just need to go see my house doctor and then tell them this is what I want, and it will be administered to me. Isn't that interesting? You get all of these options within the first few weeks, a month or so of having your child. After a month of the baby's birth, a nurse came to the house, this time not just to check on the baby, but to check on me, to ask me how I am doing, how I'm coping with the baby, to recount my birth experience and how it went, and if I am fully recovering and how I'm adjusting to the whole motherhood thing. She was in the sitting room with me. I discussed all with her, and then she gave me the next growth guide booklet that will be needed for the baby from 0 to 4 years. And in that booklet, she had noted our appointment days to check on her way to see the doctor for the next 3 months. And that was amazing. It didn't just stop there. They had discussed with me options to get the baby immunized. And of course, even though it is very important for babies to get immunization, it is an option that is also open to the mom. You decide whether or not you want your baby to be immunized. So I agreed to get my little one immunized, and few days later I got a mail that contained the immunization details and the card and when to go for it. So the first time I took the baby, I had to go with a card so that it can be recorded, and that happens also at the youth centers. Life is a little easy with some of these interventions and support because it helps you, the new mom, to get the adequate rest that you need, especially in my case where I am alone with little or no help all of the time. It helps a lot, and I'm glad that I have all this support system. There are other things that I might have missed in this video. Should you know about it, you can share with me, or should you have a question with regards to postpartum support here in the Netherlands, you can reach out to me and I'll be glad to answer some of your questions. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. Do not forget to like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for the love. Till I come your way again next week is some exciting details about my journey to motherhood. I love you. Be safe and have a blessed week.